Hello finance people, my name is Robert and I'm here to help you take control of your personal finance and create wealth as a European. In this Etoro tutorial, I'll show you how to use the mobile app to research, purchase and sell financial assets on Etoro as a total beginner. If you prefer using desktop, then click on the banner here at the top and I'll show you how to do it there. If you haven't signed up yet, go to this URL or click on the first link in the description and sign up there. And at the same time, you also support this channel if you do that. So the first thing you probably want to do is deposit some money in Etoro. To do that, you just tap on the hamburger menu here at the top left and it opens up this menu and you see a big blue button, deposit funds. If you tap on it, and immediately just suggesting to deposit 1,000 euros to your account, but you can change the type of payment method you're going to use. So in my case, it's Ideal, which is a local payment method in Netherlands, but you have other options here. If you tap on the top drop down, you see you have credit card, PayPal, and some other ways to pay. So also an option to use a regular bank transfer. You just enter their details, send it, and then maybe 4 to 6 days later, you will see the money on your account. I did that some years back and seems to work. So here you would enter how much you want to deposit and then you tap on continue and deposit the money. Now for this tutorial, we're not going to do it with real money. I'm going to again tap on the hamburger menu and at the bottom you see there's a switch to virtual. So let's click on that. And this just tells you that you're going to be trading basically play money. It's all fake, but all the trades and the assets and the prices are real. It's just the money you use is not. It's just to practice. So if we tap on switch, you see now I have a bit more than 100,000. I think you would see $100,000 on your account, which would be nice if it was real. So this is your Etoro dashboard, and you see you have things like big movers here and some other posts from other Etoro users. But let's tap on the Discover tab here at the bottom right. And here you see that Etoro actually has quite a lot of different assets. So you have stocks, crypto, indices, commodities, currencies, ETFs, and you also have something unique to Etoro, which are copy traders, and I'll come back to that in a second. But basically here you could scroll through what they have, all the different asset types, and they've highlighted some things here. But let's start with the easy one, and I'm going to search for Tesla, just the Tesla stock. So you see it appears here. I can now tap on the Tesla name and now you have a bit more information about this asset. So you see that it's right now trading for about $197 and it's up today already almost 5%, which is pretty good. Now, if you don't want to buy it right now, you would like to add it to your watch list, you can tap here at the top at these three lines. I already have this one in my watch list, but you can now tap here and add it there. And this way it adds it to your watch list. Then if we keep scrolling, there'll be more details about the stock, how is it performing. We can change the time frame here. If I tap on 1 year, you see it's actually 35% down. If I keep going, there's a bit more summary of the financial state and so on. There's some latest news and other things like that. I think what's cool that you can see this upcoming earnings. So for example, you see that they have Q1 earnings report in April 19th. So that's something you would like to maybe put in your calendar so you know that something probably going to happen then, because that's when we find out if they're doing well or not. Now, another thing, if you keep scrolling, the unique part of what Etoro provides is actually you see discussions from other Etoro users about the stock. So if you keep scrolling, you see there's more information about it. And I think this is quite nice part of Etoro, that there's this community where you can also participate, comment, and just see what others are thinking. If you want to also participate in the comment section, you can just tap on the green plus sign, and here you can write a post and also add to watch list like we did it already earlier. But also there's the button to invest. So if I tap on that, and you can purchase the stock here. Now, one thing I want to mention about Etoro, which is a bit different than the other platforms, is that you have buy and sell, but sell actually doesn't mean that you sell your stock. Sell is actually shorting. So if you choose to sell an asset, that means you are betting that it will decrease in value over time. If it decreases, you will make money. This is how you can ride ups and downs of the market and still make money on both ways. If you want to learn more about short selling, then just click on this banner that appears here. I'll talk a bit more about how it works and when you should use it. In any case, here, let's go back to buy. and it starts that you can change the amount. Right now you see the amount in dollars, so $5,090, but actually you can also tap on units here, and then you can say, okay, well, I want 10 shares, so I want 10 shares, and this way you'll buy 10 shares instead of certain amount. And then a bit lower, you see leverage. You could leverage this asset or this position. So what is leverage? In summary, you're basically borrowing money to increase the potential return of an investment. For example, let's say you have $1,000 and you leverage by a factor of 2. That means you have $2,000 to invest. So if the stock goes up by 10% and you close the trade, you will make $200 in profit. Then you pay back the loan of $1,000 and you're left with $1,200. Ka-ching! If you would not use leverage, you would have $1,100. This sounds all good and enticing, but there's a catch. If the same stock goes down by 10%, you end up losing $200 and basically your equity goes down to $800. So that's what you're left with on your account. Higher leverage means higher risk, and also you have at the bottom that you're paying some fees on top of that. So when starting out, I would not use leverage and just keep it to the normal trade. Now, if you tap on the no SL stop loss, this is quite useful to manage your risk. So you might be wondering, what is stop loss? A stop loss is like a threshold that you can set. If the price goes below that threshold, the platform will automatically close the trade and stop you from losing more money if there are big swings in the market. With stop loss, you can limit the risk automatically, so you don't need to monitor the stock on a daily basis. Let's say I can now choose here. Let's say if it goes down by 200 and you see it's 10% of the position amount, it will stop this trade. Now maybe you want to have a bit bigger gap there because Tesla is going up and down all the time, but this is the option. And what's cool here is if the stock keeps going up, you can set this trailing stop loss. Trailing stop loss means that the platform will automatically change the stop loss to higher amount as long as the price is moving in your favor. So for example, let's say stock costs $100 and you've set a stop loss of 10%. So that means if the price goes below $90, the stop loss gets executed. Now, during a month, the price grows by 20% and stock price is now $120. A trailing stop loss will automatically adjust to a new price. So your stop loss would be 10% from $120. So $108 would be the stop loss. As long as the price is going in the right direction for you, the stop loss will automatically adjust. And on the opposite side of the leverage, we also have take profit. And in this case, we can say, okay, if the price goes up until this amount, then I want to take the profit and just close the trade because it's risen enough. So let's say if it goes up by 2,000, this means basically it doubles, so 100% of the position, then I'll take my profit and just close the trade. You see there below also that you have the indication what this means. So if the price is 397, then it will take out the money and stop the trade. Now, obviously, this is way too high. You might want to set that somewhere a bit more realistic. And once you're ready, you can tap on Open Trade. And now, since the exchange is open and it's not the weekend, I get to see it in my portfolio. If I tap on my portfolio, you see that Tesla is there. Now, keep in mind, depending where you buy your stock, there's opening hours. So, for example, if you're buying from New York Stock Exchange, it will follow the New York time. I think it's open from 9:30 till 4 or something local time, and that means you can buy stocks during weekend or, for example, during night when it's night in New York. But that your order will be pending there until it is able to execute it. Do you find this tutorial helpful? Then give it a thumbs up so I know you like it. Now, at some point you are happy with your profits, or you want to actually get rid of your stock and close the position. So in this case, you can tap, let's say on Tesla. You see that you have the position, buy position. And if you scroll down and tap on the buy position, you see there at the bottom, if you tap on that, you can now see that you can update the settings here. For example, if you're not happy with the stop loss, you could also change it here, or you can close the trade. If you tap on close trade, you see that you get this confirmation pop up and you can now close this trade. I'm not gonna do that, even if it's a play account. I'm just gonna keep some Tesla in it. So let's go back to home. Let's tap on portfolio and you see this is where all your stocks will live. Already kind of went through that. And if you tap at the top here, you have $100,000. If you tap on that, this is where you'll see kind of summary of your account. So you see here that I've invested about $4,500 and I have 94,000 still uninvested. It's just money sitting there on the account. Okay, let's close this tab, and next let's take a look at some unique proposition that Etoro has, and it's copy traders. And they're basically traders that you can follow, and Etoro will automatically copy all of their trades. So let me show you what I mean. Let's tap on Discover at the bottom. If you scroll down a little bit here until you see copy traders, and if you tap on the arrow next to the copy trader, you'll see all kinds of traders that you can now copy and follow. And let's say we can scroll through here, we can view all. If we tap on that, there'll be more. These guys have been doing really well in the last 12 months. You see that at the top there. On the right, you also see the risk they have taken. So there's a risk score next to them. Let's say Nico guy, that looks good. So if I tap on him, you see immediately what is his stats. So performance for 2023. And also let's take a look a year prior. Okay, it was quite turbulent year for him, and you see that he's 7.5% in the green for 2022, which is good. That means at least for a year that was very turbulent, he did quite okay. If I scroll down, I see more details, a bit more about his risk score and how many other copiers he has. That means just people that are following him or copying his trades. And you see that he's been now popular because he ended up on the first page of this app, so more people can discover him. Here you can see the stats in the summary, but if you tap on the portfolio, you'll actually see what he has in his portfolio. You can see that these are all the stocks and assets he has, and I think he's kind of European guy because a lot of these are not American companies, and he's really focusing on certain type of market, and that's good because you want to have people that invest in different things than you would. And then you can also here see a chart of his performance, but actually the portfolio kind of tells you a lot. Sometimes you see traders that have a lot of unclosed trades in -50, -40, and they're just keeping it open because that's not going to show up in their stats, but obviously they didn't do a good job there. So this guy looks quite solid, and you could now invest in him. If you tap on the green plus icon, you can now copy this guy. And again, you set the amount. Let's say I want to copy with 5,000. Again, this is the play money, so we can play around how much we want. You see here, you have stop loss as well if you want to. And you can copy the open trades he has now. Now, it's up to you if you use this. A lot of people do, but you could say, okay, I don't care about the previous trades he's done. I just want the ones that he's going to do in the future. Now, obviously, if he buys 1 or 2 stocks every year, then it doesn't really make sense to not copy his trades. But if he's a more active trader, then you could also just start fresh. So you don't take on all the garbage he had from before. So now I can just tap on invest, and now I'm copying this guy with $5,000. You see it also confirmed it there. Now, if I go back to portfolio, you'll see I have my stocks, but I also have Nico there as well. And this is how easy it is to copy other traders and also buy stocks on Etoro. Next, I want to show you a pretty cool feature in Etoro. If you tap on the hamburger menu at the top, you have here economic calendar. This basically shows you different companies, when do they have something going on. So for example, here we have AT&T has their dividend payments in February 1st, but also, for example, Meta had the earnings report on February 1st. So that happened a couple of days ago. So here you can keep and monitor what's coming up, because obviously when companies exceed the expectations, the price goes up, and same happens the opposite side. So I think this is pretty useful section in Etoro. If you tap again on the hamburger menu, you also have settings here. So this is basically where you manage your security and just in general your account. And something important, Something that they've added is recurring deposit. So if you want to keep this more like every month you invest X amount, then you can also set that in here. Now that you know your way around the Etoro platform, you should get to know to all the fees they also have. And to learn more, I have a video right here. I dive into each fee separately, so check it out and see you there.